What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about adding motion to your video using a slider. So let's get started. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments online, a lot of questions online, people asking how can I make my video seem a little more cinematic. And one of the key ways, one of the best ways is to add motion to your shots. Using the tripod is one method was one way to add some movement to the shot, whether it's just some slight movement or whether it's just in post production where you add a zoom effect or add a digital panning effect to your video. Another way is to add a gimbal or to use a gimbal, and that seems to be the most popular way nowadays because the prices of gimbals have come down drastically in the last 5 to 7 years. I mean, I remember a gimbal before to buy a gimbal, it was at least $1,000, but now you can get a nice, solid, reliable, cheap gimbal for 350 bucks. So that's one way, and it's a good way to go. It's a decent way to go, especially if what you're shooting or who you're shooting, your subject is on the move and you're on the move. So a gimbal is a nice portable solution, but if you need to replicate a shot over and over with precision, a slider is the way to go. What I've found with a slider is that you get a much smoother motion than a gimbal. With a gimbal, you're still relying on the operator to get a nice smooth footage, and with the slider it seems just to be a little bit smoother. And if you have a motorized slider, then you have the ability, you have that ability to be able to repeat the shot over and over, and with the precision, the exact same shot over and over and over. And that can be helpful, especially if you need to do multiple takes, but also if you're like me, you happen to be a one-man band, filming yourself and adding motion, you're not going to be able to do that with a gimbal, with most gimbals anyway. And a slider is just a better way to do that for yourself. A slider can also be helpful to get those beautiful sunrise, sunset, time-lapse shots that you see. You're not getting that with a gimbal. You're not going to get that with a tripod. That'd be impossible. And well, actually, you can get that with some gimbals. Some gimbals do have a time-lapse feature but with a slider, you'll be able to get that wonderful cinematic, that buttery smooth cinematic sunrise and sunset shot. But let me start by saying this video is not sponsored. I should have said that earlier. This video is not sponsored. I bought the Edelkrone Sliderplus V5. I paid for it out of my own pocket. I bought it for myself, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, so let's do a quick unboxing of this. See, it comes in shrink wrapped. It comes in a plain box with the Edelkrone logo on top of there. Inside you get your standard user's manual. Pretty common. Not much in the box. And here's the slider. And it comes with an additional belt for the, magnetic strap-on belt for Sliderplus. So there's a separate belt there. Okay, so it comes with these rods here. I think it's just for packing, just to keep the slider from moving. So we'll set that aside also. Man, this thing is nice and solid. It's got a nice build quality to it. One of the awesome things about it is not only can you mount this on the tripod, but it comes with these legs here that rotate. It's like you unlock it and then tighten it back up. Same for the other side. What that does is it gives you these legs to sit the slider on. Of course, I don't have it balanced just yet. And you can slide the slider without it being on a tripod. You have locking mechanism on this side that prevents the slide from sliding. So once you unlock that, get a nice sliding motion. The legs are independently adjustable, which makes it pretty cool because I'm not quite sitting on a level surface. And so I just basically adjusted each leg to pretty level. What's also nice and cool that this is the quarter 20 mount. It kind of packs away so that this doesn't protrude while it's in, or you're transporting it or being, it's being carried. If you have the case, I don't have the carrying case or a backpack for it, you can take this here and just push it down and turn it. And that sets aside there. I also got the motion control. So I'm gonna open that real quick and get it connected. So in the motion control box, again, you get your user's manual like you do with everything else. Of course, we're not gonna read that just now. We're just gonna try to wing it. I'm sure these are power cable. And then the motion control unit itself, which is basically the motor that allows you to get a nice, smooth, constant, repeatable motion for your slider. So I'm gonna hook everything up and we'll take a look. Since I have the motorized module, what I can do is I'm gonna go ahead and take off the manual control belt here and install the new belt that's specifically for the control module. I'll show you guys here in a second. The removal is pretty easy. On the bottom here, it's connected via magnets. Just pop it off on either side there. Now, I guess here on the Model 5, you do have to remove the bottom wheel here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to get it for you there. There's a wheel that this wraps around. So you pop the wheel out. It's also magnetic. And that pops out pretty easily there. You just pull the belt out. I'll set the wheel off to the side. And then the same thing with the other side. You pop the wheel out. And then you just pull the belt out. Oh, the little wheel rolled away on me. And on the top portion of it, you can see that there's still the top parts of the belt to remove. So you can just reach up underneath, pop that off. There you have it. Save those for when you want to control the slider manually. So I'll set those aside and install the control unit here. Let me unbox I'm gonna grab the belt for that. So it comes with two belts that you just replace it with on top here. And these belts are more like a rubber. The first belts I took off, these are more like some sort of nylon type material. And the new belts are more like a rubber with these ridges in them. Stretch it just a little bit, seems. Make sure the belt's on track. And there we have it. So it looks like this motorized wheel here on the control unit grabs these teeth and pulls the belt. So I'll go ahead and install this. So as you can see, it doesn't take much time to switch over from either from manual to power or vice versa. And I kind of like that about the system. Everything is modular when it comes to this Edelkrone slider. It takes DC power, so of course you can plug it in, but I bought the adapter here. I bought the adapter here that goes on the side of the unit that takes MPF batteries so that I can power it without having to need to plug it in and it's going to be clutch for when I'm on location somewhere or I'm outside. I try to get most of my devices to be wireless as much as possible. Anything I can run on batteries, I do, because hell with wires. So if you take a look at this shot, like, it's not a bad shot. There's not a lot going on except the subject sitting there writing. And, you know, it could be an interesting shot if I took the time to light it better. But other than that, there's not much going on with the shot. So if you take the same shot and you add a little bit of movement, and, you know, now you have the plant in the foreground moving, which really emphasizes the fact that the slider is sliding. It just makes the shot a little more dynamic. And even me picking up the coffee cup, taking a sip, adds a little something to this basic scene. So that's it for this video. Hopefully I've helped you guys see the benefits of having a slider. If you have any questions, comments, drop them in the comment section below. Happy to answer any questions that I can. And if you could, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.